Today you will learn 3 vital lessons from the missteps of others. From Dan and Jess's shocking encounter with the real estate agent to Mia and Liam's discovery that shattered their tightly held beliefs, finishing with Marley and Chet's harrowing experience they wish never had happened. If you're a first home buyer and don't want to make a big mistake, then smash that like button because it's free and it really helps out the channel.
Well then, lights, camera, action.
In their journey to buy their first home, Dan and Jess found themselves excited but nervous. They had fallen in love with the charming Queenslander. The real estate agent who was selling the home seemed to be eager to help. This all being new to them, were won over by his friendly demeanor. Dan and Jess just felt they could trust him. This comfort led them to reveal everything from information about the pre-approval to how much they adore the home. The agent appeared to be supportive and gave them the next steps on how to make an offer. The moment they submitted their completed expression of interest form, they received a call from the real estate agent. It turns out that they weren't the only ones who had liked the property. An elderly couple who were looking to buy an investment property were also interested and now planning to make an offer on that very property as well. The worst part was that the real estate agent had shared all the information they knew about Dan and Jess's situation, ultimately leading to their offer being $25,000 more than Dan and Jess could afford, causing them to miss out on this property. And you might believe that the agent would have eventually gathered all the relevant information anyway, but that's not necessarily the case. In some states, when a property is sold through private treaty and there are multiple potential interested buyers looking to make an offer, the agent must adhere to a multiple offer process. This process begins by inviting all interested parties to submit their best and final offer. As an example, here in Queensland, real estate agents have an obligation to immediately inform their seller client of all offers.
Everything should be here. Oh, great.
Act in accordance with instructions from their seller and to obtain the maximum sale price for the property. However, obtaining the maximum sale price for the property, agents must treat potential buyers honestly and fairly and not engage in misleading or deceptive conduct, where an agent is playing potential buyers off each other in an attempt to draw out further offers and drive up the sale price. Remember, they don't work for you, they work for the seller. Their goal is to get the highest price possible. This awareness doesn't mean you should regard the real estate agent with suspicion or disdain. Instead, it's wise to stay vigilant during your interactions, disclosing as little information as necessary. The easiest way to avoid revealing your cards is by asking heaps of questions. Here are a few examples. How long has the property been on the market for? What was the original asking price of the property? When was the property built? By focusing on asking questions, you naturally limit the amount of information you share. When Mia and Liam were looking to buy their first home, they reached out to me for guidance. Eager to determine the exact amount they needed to save, they were wanting to avoid lenders' mortgage insurance and knew that they need to have a minimum 20% deposit alongside any additional costs such as stamp duty. During our conversation, we discussed how much they need to save to achieve this. At the same time, I reviewed their current financial position and uncovered that they could avoid paying mortgage insurance with as little as a 5% deposit. Mia and Liam were not familiar with the First Home Guarantee Scheme, a government initiative designed to support first home buyers. This scheme allows eligible participants to purchase a home with as little as a 5% deposit, with the government acting as a guarantor for the remaining 15%. This arrangement enables buyers to bypass the need for mortgage insurance, and on a $700,000 purchase means a savings of roughly $30,000 in lender's mortgage insurance. Using this, Mia and Liam were able to accelerate their home buying plan, helping them to purchase their home in just 11 weeks, a full 18 months sooner than they had originally anticipated. And the key takeaway here is that a 20% deposit isn't necessary. There are various pathways to buy your first home with as little as a 5% deposit, and in some cases, such as a guarantor home loan with no deposit whatsoever. Engaging with a good mortgage broker will help you save heaps of time, as they will provide tailored advice on your eligibility of government schemes and grants, setting you on a clear path forward towards your goals. It's never too early to get in touch, and you may be surprised to find out that in fact you're actually eligible now to buy your first home. Want to know what you're entitled to? Here at Hunter Galloway, we can help with just that. We service Australia-wide and don't charge a fee for our service. So if you are interested in finding out what you're entitled to, reach out to us on 1300 088 065 or visit us online at huntergalloway.com.au. Marley and Jet were a couple looking to buy their first home, having meticulously saved a large deposit. They were a savvy couple, having done their own research, exploring various online calculators to estimate how much they could borrow. Despite the calculators offering different outcomes, they confidently believed that they could secure a loan of more than $1 million. This was more than they were looking for, as they were only wanting to spend $800,000 on their first home. This confidence led them to bypass getting a pre-approval. It's because they were cautious about impacting their credit scores, as believed getting a pre-approval would leave a mark on their credit file. They spent countless weekends visiting open homes. A routine after 7 weeks led to the discovery of a home that just felt right, albeit slightly beyond what they were wanting to spend on their first home. Their offer of $817,500 was accepted, and it was then they approached their bank for help, expecting a smooth process given their online research. However, the reality was starkly different. The bank immediately told them that their borrowing capacity was limited to $500,000, leaving them a significant shortfall. It was because Jet's income was deemed unacceptable as it didn't meet their lending criteria. Suddenly, they found themselves in a predicament to find an additional $165,000, money they just didn't have. No matter how strong your financial circumstances are, it's always wise to get a pre-approval. The reason? A pre-approval offers you complete clarity in how much you can spend on your first home, as the bank will conduct a thorough review on your financials, including analyzing your payslips, reviewing your bank statements, and checking your credit history. Any potential issues that could arise can be addressed during this process rather than becoming an obstacle and creating unneeded stress once you've found a home.
So much stress.
A common concern many have is the impact a pre-approval has on your credit score. Yes, obtaining a pre-approval does record an inquiry on your credit file. However, it's important to understand that the effects are minimal, providing you're not applying for multiple pre-approvals simultaneously and you limit yourself to no more than one pre-approval every 3 months, then you'll be fine. Additionally, if you are actively looking to place offers on properties, obtaining a pre-approval is highly recommended. Not only are they free, but they'll remain valid for up to 90 days. And in some cases, banks can even offer an extension, assuming no significant changes to your financial circumstances. So there's really no reason why not to get one. And if you're looking for a great mortgage broker here at Hunter Galloway, we can help. We service Australia-wide and don't charge a fee for our service. So reach out and call us on 1300 088 065 or visit us online at huntergalloway.com.au. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you then.